Greetings. My name is Gershan Barnard, and long story short, the objective of this video is to give you some career advice. But this is not just career advice, this is a specific type of career advice. Okay, right? So, for who is this career advice? This is career advice for the guy who is sitting at home right now with a degree in mathematical statistics, whatever that is. Okay, this is career advice for the girl who recently completed her qualification in applied chemistry, whatever that is. Okay, so let's say you are this person, you had like this qualification, diploma, degree, honors, in some cases masters, but not this video is not for masters. It's, let's say, maybe degree, diploma level, something of the sort, right? Let's say you have this I'm going to use it as an example, applied chemistry. Let's say you have an applied chemistry qualification, formal qualification, or post matric qualification. Okay, the chances of you getting absorbed into industry, it's very close to zero. Let's be honest with each other, right? It's very close to zero. Why do I say that? I say that because if you look at South Africa now, it is ruled over by a handful of companies. I'm referring to industry now. These are your Unilevers, okay? Your Anglo-American, your Sasol, that type of companies. Obviously, and then you have consultancy firms and stuff. But I mean, if you're struggling to like find a job, I doubt some consultancy firm somewhere is going to recruit you. Okay, so yeah. So long story short, so you are sitting there, you have this formal qualification, post-matric qualification, and your question is, so what now? Because I'm looking for jobs, I'm not finding anything. My advice is actually very simple. My advice is, when you look at, let's say, a company such as Sasol, okay, it's very simple. A company like Sasol, they have what we call an absorption rate. An absorption rate means on a certain level within the company, they absorb people. There's different levels. Let's say there's executive level, let's say there's management level, let's say there's internship level, let's say there's learnership level, let's say there's entry level, whatever these levels are. In my opinion, the learnership level, because of legislation and for tax purposes and stuff, on that level they actually have what we call a high absorption rate. Why? Because they get what we call tax rebates, or tax deductions, whatever. You can ask your tax practitioners, but if you go on the SARS website, you will see there's a form where if they put you on a learnership program and they train you, and you end up with this learnership qualification, they can actually claim a certain amount of that money back in the form of tax. So on that level, for all companies throughout the board, they have a relatively high absorption rate, meaning your chances of getting accepted in on that specific level, never mind the internship and the executive and the management and the entry level for people who already have working experience, that type of thing. Just for now, let's just focus on the learnership thing. If you just focus on that, your chances of nailing it, of scoring on that level, a post, it's high. Okay, so what I'm proposing, what I'm suggesting is that you aim for that level. The reason why I say you aim for that level is because it's a low-hanging fruit. It's an easy target. It's what we call a quick kill. Okay, so once you now have this learnership, it doesn't matter what the learnership is in, as long as you should just get in. Because remember, the objective of the learnership is you should get into the company. Once you are into the company, now you can maneuver your way around inside the company. When you are outside the company, I mean, you're a nobody essentially. Your voice is not heard by anyone. Okay, your opinions don't matter. Okay, so don't sit there and look or Google mathematical statistic posts. I highly doubt that you'll find them. Okay, don't sit there and Google applied chemistry posts. The chances of you finding them, it's very close to zero. And I'm not saying this to try and offend you or to try and hurt your feelings. I am saying this because I look at some of the companies, né? And I'm like, wait, some of these posts, like what qualifications should you have for these posts? A typical example is, let's say, maintenance planner. Like, go to a university and tell them, hey, I want to become a maintenance planner. They would tell you, no, you need like a pre-qualification, like a prerequisite type of qualification, and then on top of that you need to do this short course, and then you're like, then you need to do this training, and then you're like, whoa. But here's the thing, once you've infiltrated the company, then you can do those things. Typical example, maintenance planner. Okay, let's take for some jobs and stuff, you need certain qualifications or certain certificates, little certificates. The easiest way to do those certificates is by being inside the company, because now doing those certificates, they become an added advantage. They give you some sort of an advantage. We call this a niche, having a niche. But if you are outside the company, I mean, you're not even aware of this course. Typical example would be SHE-REP. It's safety, health, and environmental, if I'm correct, representative. Okay? These things, they have meaning. You can easily extract value from them if you are inside a company. If you are outside a company, I mean, you're on your own. You're on your own. Yeah. So think about my advice, and then that's it. In very simple terms, what I'm saying is, look at your qualification, look at the industry, not even the company. Look at the industry in which you best think you can extract value from it. In this case, hopefully maximum value. And then you try to infiltrate that industry by any means necessary. In this case, the lowest hanging fruit that I can think of is this thing of learnerships. You do the learnership, that's the easiest way to infiltrate the company. Once you are inside, you capitalize on what we call network effects, and then you can now move up the food chain, hopefully faster or quicker than anyone else or everyone else, or faster or quicker than most people, because of the fact that you have these other qualifications. So I really hope that this information is useful, because I know people who, they've been applying for jobs close to 6 years now. I know a guy who's been applying for jobs and stuff close to 8 years. He's not finding anything. Okay, so yeah,